This is one of the worst Magic sets of all time. Without a doubt, one of the 5 least powerful expansions you'll ever open a pack of. But despite the anemic power level, this set gave us one of the most powerful cards ever printed. Do you know the card I'm talking about? If you do, guess below in the comments, and I'll reveal the answer in just a second. Welcome to part 3 of Curating Your Chaos, a series where I look back at some of Magic's greatest sets of all time and talk about the implications of putting one of these packs into a Chaos draft. Released in June of 2000, Prophecy is the 3rd set in the Mercadian Masks block. As only Magic's 20th expansion, many of the mechanics didn't really make sense, like this one. Sometimes your cards just don't work if your opponent pays mana. I mean, can you imagine having this 5-drop in your hand the whole game? You want to drain gain them for 5, but all they have to do is pay 3? Despite the nonsense, some of the commons like Withdraw are totally playable in a normal limited environment, and the fact that you can get more value if they don't pay makes it kinda good. And of course, the card I was talking about was Ristic Study, which is just the best possible version of this effect. The irony is that Ristic Study was hardly playable in Prophecy Limited. But the fact that it's a common makes opening packs of Prophecy and Chaos especially fun because you actually have a decent shot of opening one. Not everything about Prophecy is totally nonsense. There was a few rare cycles like the Winds that were very, very good. We also had the rare Avatar cycle, Avatar of Woe, which of course was the best one. And we had Magic doing that weird thing where they try to dumb down power levels. Foil isn't quite Force of Will, in fact it's nowhere near Force of Will. And Flameshot is maybe playable in Limited, but definitely not Fire Blast. Spore Frog is definitely a fan favorite, and if you ask Alex Kessler, this card is criminally underplayed. But of course the best common in the entire set is Troubled Healer. When you could put damage on the stack, this card was nuts, but even if you can't, it's still crazy in long games. It's a very, very hard card to beat. Prophecy is oddly more expensive to get a pack on the secondary market than you'd think, and it's basically just because you can open Ristic Study at common. And of course, you could in fact open a foil Ristic Study, which would be crazy. I'm actually a pretty big fan of putting a pack of Prophecy or Homeland, something really low power that has a bunch of bad, funny cards into a Chaos draft. There's something enjoyable about everybody looking at the same bad cards, so check it out if you can.